What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Debug.Log, and today we're going to continue working on that horror game that we hope one day Markiplier will play on 3 Scary Games. Let's get to it. If you haven't seen the previous videos in this series, go ahead and check out the link right up here. So in particular right now, I'm trying to import and use post-processing to put in some ambient occlusion, to make it look a little nicer, to have some of that contact shadows between the floor and the objects, or in the wall and the objects. So I'm importing post-processing right now, and then I'm going to try to get it to look a little better. As you can see, I struggled for a while just trying to get the ambient occlusion to work. I kind of just forgot what requirements were needed to use it. But at a certain point, I do figure it all out, and I get ambient occlusion working properly. And as you can see, it does make it look a bit nicer. So this is my reference image. So there's a library right when you walk in the front doors there, and that's kind of what I'm going to start building out in this hallway that's in the main and inside here. So you'll see me start to build that out right now. So I did have some recording issues, and it didn't record everything, but what I ended up trying to do now is I'm trying to build more variation in the walls. So I went into Blender, and I'm changing up one of the walls to actually have like a broken part into it, and then I'm going to bring that into the game. And on top of that, I'm also importing Easy Decal system. Easy Decals makes it where it's supposed to make it easy to create decals that are put on the walls and things like that. It's not easy. It wasn't easy, and I don't think I ever got it implemented properly by the end of this video. And maybe one day I will. Here's some reference images for some decals I thought I'd like to put in there at some point, like some sort of like school murals. Because I remember in elementary school or any school, there's always murals on certain walls, and it just definitely brings back that old feelings, that old school feeling, no pun intended. Here I am just literally looking at the example scenes for the Easy Decal system, and seeing that it should be easy to use. And of course, when I try to implement it myself, it doesn't work as easily. At least it doesn't light or look as nice as I was hoping to. Okay, so here's that wall I created, and I put the same texture, and I actually put a texture on every wall in the game now to make it look like a concrete wall. Because a lot of the schools that I remember, at least where I come from, or where I lived in Wisconsin, had just like cinder block walls throughout the whole thing, because they were in fact bomb shelters at some point. And here I'm trying to get this decal to attach to this damn wall, and as you can see, it no worky. And then voila, death never dies. I got it to attach to the wall, but it still doesn't look how I want it to. That's supposed to be red, and this is a highly lit scene, and it's coming more in as like a black or a dark red, which is not really what the decal looks like. I'm really trying to figure this out, because at some point I'm really going to need a lot of decals on these walls to make it look unique. I brought in a couple substance materials from the substance from Adobe's little substance program. Now they used to own that. It wasn't Adobe, it was someone else. Substance designer and substance painter and all that stuff. Oh, Allegromatic. Yeah, I believe that's what it's called. It used to be Allegromatic that owned them, but Adobe bought them out, and I'm using those substance materials. I've been a member of Substance Suite for a long time, and I'm going to bring those into the game and try to just add some old look to the walls. And I'm still looking at those decals and saying that they're not working like I want them to, but what can you do? Put up a ceiling, and we changed some of the models to be two-sided because I had some light leaks, and it seemed to fix the issue by just setting them two-sided for now, but it's not the best way to do it because, you know, technically all these objects already have a side on each side, so it shouldn't need to be two-sided. Now I'm going to continue to build out the school, and just try to make it as good as I can at this point. Here you can see that I'm having some sort of lighting issue with the wall piece that I created, and I think it's, alright, if I recall, it's because the light map is being shared by both sides. So I had to go in and change up my UVs to make sure that the light maps are no longer shared. Do I have any idea what I'm talking about? Fuck no. No clue, because lighting is not my thing. It's actually been my biggest roadblock in this project altogether, is lighting and making things look good. So if you have any recommendations, please leave them in the comments down below. I'd love to read them. Now here, looking at this, I got a pretty dark hallway where we can walk down it. It looks pretty good to me. I'm liking the darkness. I want it to be dark, and it's very successful at being dark. Now at this point, you'll see that I added some actual school stuff to the school. Some of the other videos didn't record properly once again. I think I figured out those video recording issues at this point, so I don't think we'll have problems well, in more recent videos. You can see I made two different walls there. I have a hallway now with the library still, some lockers, which I still don't think look good at this point, but I have all these nice little school items now. So I got a board, chalkboard, desks, and things like that, some windows, and then outside we have some trees and grass, things like that. So everything like that is starting to look good. We can turn on shaded. You can see the windows got a reflection of a light, which we don't actually have a light source. Really, we just have a light bulb sitting in the air with no actual place that it's coming from. But overall, the scene is going to start looking pretty good. So I take a quick tour of my new little school and check out some of the shading and how it looks, and I think it looks pretty good. I don't think it's perfect. It's nowhere near perfect, but it's just a good proof of concept for the school theme and the look, so I'm pretty happy with just the way it's starting to look at this point. I continue to work on the school building. Here we have a double broken wall. So we got another room that we're going to add some more ceiling to. We're going to take out this door, and we're going to go ahead and actually make another room there. Darkness, my old friend. Now we jump to this where you see these lights at the top. So I went into Blender and I created my own roof tile that I was hoping to make like light panels on. As you can see, it didn't work how I was hoping to. The material on there is actually an emissive material, so it's supposed to emit light, and as you can see, it just looks white, and it's not really emitting light, so it didn't really turn out as I was expecting or hoping. And in the long run, I think I actually scrap this idea and go back to different ceiling tile, or I just get rid of the emissive part of it. But I think I just get rid of the emission on the ceiling tile and just stick with it being not emissive. Alright. I have a question for you. I have other games I'm working on besides the horror game. Please let me know in the comments down below if you'd like to see devlogs on those games as well, or if you'd much rather just see this game's devlog from now on. Alright everyone, that's it for this video. Thanks for watching. If you like what you saw, go ahead and hit that like button and subscribe, and I'll see you guys again next time here on Debug.Log. Peace out. Bye-bye. Don't leave me. Don't go. No. I don't want you to go.